Hello, I'm Micaiah. Welcome back to Dragpn. We're on day 2098, and we're on level 17, Hesitant Heart. We're in difficult. We've upgraded our first character to a epic character, ancient. I think I will just reclaim the practice points here. Well, how many are we gonna get? We're going from 200,000 to 7 million. Okay, well, and maybe. Oh, I should have probably maybe upgraded her Jota to. Oh, and then you have another talent point to spend, which you're gonna do what? Oh, yeah, you got 3 of 3, and then you're gonna do all negative effects. Yeah. It seems good because maybe I'm not sure about hit rate. It doesn't seem to be. It doesn't do a lot of elemental damage, and so like reducing the physical. So at level 85, you can choose a different all elemental resistance by 10%. Wow, that's probably. Yeah, that's probably what I'd go for. Anyways, and then I think that gave us the money. Well, cool. Okay, well, that's let us do the yeah, we got slaughtered in the mausoleum. Could go to level. What is one of these quests we should do? Blood Eyes, for instance. Investigate the buried temple. Oh, is this the buried temple? There we go. This is the main quest line, so we'll have to see how we do. And we are not losing 100% crit, so we should just rock through this like there was nothing. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm having a lot of fun. Just playing a few episodes on this weekend. So hopefully, this will be. I think this one will be out by Wednesday, maybe. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's a few days behind. Unfortunately, a lot of people are not commenting as much, so I'm not, that worried about getting behind in comments. But it's a common YouTube problem. It's like who knows, but. So, anyways, I guess maybe I should talk about why, it would be nice to keep a second legendary healer around, but it's like that's 7 million practice points. It feels like it's going to waste, versus getting. Although having Talinator at 80 is probably a semi-waste, and the hope is that Jota will stick around a lot longer. Um, in terms of but then it could also be the next person we could hire could be a legendary or a ancient with a 260 or higher uh, ability score or whatever its overall points. So that could be a downfall. You know, we saw that already with our snow mating. Well, that's just through the legendaries, but yeah. Anyway, so we should be able to burn right through that one. So what we're working on now is the Blood Eyes. It just says investigate 15 of the Blood Temple. Oh, there go. Goo, you guys look all energetic and silly. Oh, well, yes. Huh? Goo, so you guys are here for some prints, right? How did you know? Goo, as you can see, I'm a god with lots of eyes. I see things. Alright, so you can see things. You can be straight with each other. Did you kidnap Crown Prince or know where he is? Goo, I did not kidnap any prince, although I do know where your crown prince is. Where? You won't believe me! He doesn't exist in this world! There's no any crown prince in your empire. What a cunning creature. Are you playing with us? Goo, I'm not lying, guys. I've been very honest with you. Liar! Well, if you can't believe a guy with a ton of eyes, what can you believe? Anyway, so that was quite quick. Amazing with 100% crit back that we can actually. This is actually a pretty easy quest line, so maybe we should just burn through the quest or something. Maybe get to a higher level quest. I don't know. Defeat the unnamed empire. And unnamed. It's the unnamed dragon mandate holder. Yeah, I was looking at a little bit on that guide. It doesn't seem like there's anything else to this game. Pretty much, we're at the sort of the in-game content here. There doesn't seem to be a third difficulty level, I'm assuming. Um, it is part of that. The star gear is pretty good. So, oh, here, let me look at the. I can't really see his HP, anyways. Yeah, so we're just 30 million. Even Talynators doing a half a million of damage. It's like, it's overall damage. I'm not sure if that's mitigated by stats. It probably, well, like if they, yeah, if they absorb the damage or whatever. I mean, it is definitely like 25. People had 25 million less health overall, but it does count over overage. I wish it was a DPS number. That would be a lot more exciting, I think, because then it would be like constantly changing. Or the last 10 seconds of DPS or something. Anyway, so that's the level 2 Bloody Eye star quest, I should say. Yeah, so we didn't get anything crazy, which is unfortunate. We did get the quest complete. Oh, no, I have to, there we go. We have to let the timer run through. Anyway, so we got the practice points. My lord, old priest left town last night and still has not come back. So it is me to deliver messages from the Emperor. His Majesty has agreed all lords to slay Demon Dragon in Hellish Path, as His Majesty believes that our Crown Prince has already been killed by this Demon Dragon, my lord. Such tragedy shall not be tolerated. Demon Dragon manifests powers from people's worships of the deity dragon. It transforms the very sacred image of the deity dragon into sin and slavery. Attempts to manipulate people's mind for its own evil deeds. My lord, the whole empire is furious, and we really need to revenge for our emperor. Yeah, so then it wants us to go to the level 10 of the Hellish Path. So it's like that eye dude is like, well, he's dead. And we're like, we don't believe you. And then the Emperor's like, he's dead. Oh, well, okay. Like, where did the Emperor get his... Anyway, so we can go to level 1 of the Hellish Path, but I think we will instead, to see if we can get slaughtered by this heresy quest for the Hellish Path. Which is what is doing what to us. We obviously have more people. So the Hellish Path right here is all enemies may revive once. Ooh. Oh, looks like they're doing pretty good. Not sure how that clear water triggers. It's like, it sounds so familiar, like I saw that. I guess it's just the clear water is the reens, and yeah, so however the reen triggers, yeah, so the clear waters were a really good reen. One of the reens we were like, oh my goodness, they have a ton of stuff, and I think they might even be the resilience reens. So they had a lot of resistances at the time. Now we like the vitality resistance reens. Anyway, so we're going pretty good. This is part of the heretic quest lines. We probably do need to get through some of these more than the main quest line because they're timed. I think we spent 100 days, maybe 50 days an episode or something. But we have, how did we lose 100 days? Oh, I guess we spent 2, so yeah, we're going to have to fell all of these and maybe I'll have to restart them, but it seems unfortunate. But yeah, it's just getting the practice points has been extremely slow. What do you need, Jada? Oh yeah, we can level up Jada. Nice. Nice. Anyway, so we'll just get through. We'll just focus on these. I doubt we'll get through them all. I know we can't. In fact, we failed the Mausoleum one, maybe? Yeah, the Mausoleum with the 100% reduction of crit. But, it's like the more we can do, the more resources we're going to get. It's not, I don't know. Actually, how are we doing on Team and Fragments? Probably up to 300-ish. Yeah. We could maybe reduce some of this gear, but it's just not really. Like the stats and stuff are just not great. We're getting better. Woo. Everybody just die. Yeah, that's not going to help our progress. Okay, Joda died. Well, that's kind of harsh. It's kind of like it's always like feels like I'm just behind the 8 ball in this game all the time, always losing. And then all of a sudden, damn, the game's over. What happened? Guess we could maybe get to the end of the quest line. think that might be a little bit more beneficial because we'll get the practice points for doing it. Another 3 million practice points for 10 quests or whatever. They seem a lot easier than these, which are taking a lot longer, and those quest lines might actually take a little bit longer as well. But these seem like they're quite difficult in terms of difficulty for a lot of them. Plus, they have like this one's everybody has to be killed twice, so they have a lot of negative, and some are like you can only have 4 people. So maybe it is smart to get through the main quest line and beat the game. I'll probably continue to play. Um, I don't know. At some point I'm gonna have to. You know. Um, oh yeah. Speaking of which, we are about to get slaughtered. Come on. Yep, there it is. We have what? 20 minutes? No, not even 10 minutes of video time. Okay. What do we got? It keeps like I'm not sure what this is like trying to signify. There's nothing over here. Anyways, I think we should just go to the level 15, level 10 of the Hellish Path. Let me check my tactics. Sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody's looking good. Oh, we could actually go to these. Yeah. And level 15 of the Hellish Path. Where's this? Oh, level 10. Oh, level 10. My bad. Not sure why I read that as 15, but as such. Anyway, so we died on level 1, so let's just go to level 10. That's how this game works. Yeah, so yeah. It just like melt. Yeah, so maybe we should just burn through 20 minutes of this questing experience, and you can suffer through my horrible reading of. I do kind of want to give this second playthrough reading a little bit more, the same gusto I gave the first one. Although yeah. Thinking about that farming quest, so funny. It's like it's like where they break the third wall. It's like if it's done sparingly, it's pretty awesome. Oh no, you have come this far, trying to betray the deity's dragon will and tamper mandate of heaven. We, the blessed spirits of the deity dragon, blah blah blah. Spirits or demons? You protected deity dragon, killed our crown prince, and now claiming itself to be the deity dragon. What a sheep and skillless lies. Monsters like you helped Prince Lou's rebellion, killing millions of innocent lives. Was that massacre described? It was your emperors who good at manufacturing lies and delusions. He wanted to change the manity himself, which could be emperor without the deity dragon's blessing. His conspiracy eventually succeeded, and the true son of heaven, Prince Lou, was killed as a traitor. This storyline makes no sense. So he could stabilize. Now he even made up a crown prince kidnapping incident. So your monster's creativity for making lies are just endless. Anyway, so the problem is like he sort of summed it up right there, that Prince Lou had a rebellion, and it's like, but then they say that Prince Lou was kidnapped. So it's like I don't understand and now it's like, now he's talking like the Prince Lou had a rebellion and that's why he was killed. And maybe that, oh my god, we're dying. Speaking of which, come on! You can do it, Centro! I don't believe it! Anyways, that's Defender 2-star. Oh, yeah, I gotta open up the chest with a. Okay, well, nothing spectacular. Yeah, so the demon dragon manifests powers from people's. Oh, yes, we already read this. Pretty sweet. My lord, the whole empire is furious, and we really need to avenge for our emperor. I guess it just keeps saying the prince was kidnapped, and it doesn't give his name, so it could be a different prince. Anyway, so the demon dragon manifests powers, and we can do level 20 of the Hellish Path, which we probably will do, even though it's probably going to be a little bit harder. Oh, here's a purple. Ooh, speaking of which, that's a higher one than we just picked up not too long ago. Yeah, like this guy, for instance. It's almost 162 is not bad, but I don't think it's 174. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, and so we're. Well, we could actually swap that out for 174% production. Huh. Eh, I think we have enough of that, so we're just gonna go for the 120ish. Where is that? Mm-hmm. 210. So 150. Guess this person. That would probably be 174% production, which would be pretty significant. But as such, yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's like my brain's so different. It's like it bugs me that I don't know the different, who's the prince and who's the crown prince, and if I was having time to read the story and maybe I could pick up the detail that I'm missing somewhere along the line. I think that's what they intended in the storyline, but I mean, it's just me where it's like they intended the story to say that there's, Prince Lu had a rebellion is probably more of what actually happened, and then he was, portrayed as kidnapped, and then he was killed by the emperor or something because of that rebellion, and now these people are, yeah, so lines of succession in royalty is pretty quite difficult often, um, which is kind of, but um, not to, and but it's sort of the thing too. It's like I'm not sure the yeah, it's a very political game. Anyways, it's kind of like as if the Supreme Court or something ruled that something was legal, but then there was like, no, it's not. Oh, fighting against heaven only leads to death. So it could be. Well, I mean, I don't know. These people, I'm not sure what they in demon forms or whatever, but they, it's if this is the deity dragon or whatever, which I don't think it is. It's just a minion of the deity dragon. Like the deity dragon is actually, supports the. Oh man, oh, and we got him. So there's the Hydra. Let's see who that was. Oh, nice. We got another ancient device. Yeah, nothing really amazing though. Well, those are level 8 gear. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, no, we need some high numbers. Oh, yeah, there we go. So there's the wiped out that. That's another 300,000. Yeah, these are so much easier. And then we got the DVT Dragon 3. What does it say? Slay? Oh, sorry, it should be. So slay the Demon Dragon. Explore level 27 of the Hellish whatever and defeat the final boss. So I don't know if that's the. I think these are minions of the deity dragon. So yeah. So it's kind of like the like an I wouldn't want to compare it to an oracle, but it seems like there are more than one. Which is it's kind of true of the history too. I thought about opening up the Wikipedia because a lot of this is sort of tied to. I'm not sure the proper term for it, but Asian culture, where they do have the mandate of heaven, and still kind of to this day, it's still a pop. I'm not say popular, but it's still a sort of how they feel that they're um, that the royal sort of through, which is kind of it's like it, and maybe in Western culture it's not. Oh, saviors may be transported into manipulators. Manipulators may be masked as saviors. Between these two, which do you prefer to be? None of your business. Violence and insolence. The weak are dominated by fears and may never realize their dangers of their own. Bordering of our crown prince, summoning monsters, invading our empire. Demon dragon, you will die today under my heaven's blessed blade. Oh, you under my Heaven's bless is a law, not some moral righteous. Is one If one is deemed to be dead, heaven's blessing will keep it in peace. If one is deemed to be alive, heaven's blessing will keep away any intentions to kill. Your dragon court has never stopped stealing away this very power of law. You think you have abandoned the deity dragon, but at the same time you have also given up something. Ever since when the deity dragon offered the great book to our emperor, it was and is clear that his majesty represented and it will continue to represent heaven's will. Corruption was not started by its own. Evils and demons could not be summoned by themselves. When the world empire fell into hellish pain and suffering, it is not the cause, but the consequences. Indeed, Prince Lu's selfish rebellions seeded all these corruptions and summoned all these demons. We are here to defeat these demons so heaven order can be restored. Prince Lu possessed the demon dragon's beard. You would understand what this means. He was the demon dragon's selected emperor. But our emperor was still young and alive. If anyone who holds the deity's dragon's beard could just claim himself as the emperor, then what kind of order is that? The one who holds the deity dragon's beard is the one who is to be the emperor. How is that considered order? Not considered order. Are you only considering maintaining complete control of the region is only something or other? I've heard too many of your fake theories. Now, I only believe in killing you as our first step to recover heaven's will. Yeah, so he kind of did talk about this. Dragon talked about the fact that the deity dragon installed the emperor. The emperor had the deity dragon's blessing to start, which is sort of like maybe the religious or some sort of spiritualistic order to help solidify his empire. And now he's trying to say he doesn't need their support anymore. And they're saying, hey, the law. And that's kind of where a lot of the beard and it seems a lot of these artifacts came from is these gifts of the from heaven, supposedly where so it's like the deity dragon could almost be considered the religious or spiritual um, side of the ruler. But so I mean it sort of that seems to be true that oh, there we go. Yep, we lost all those out. Yeah, so now we have to redo them. I think we have to redo them all. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so we could maybe focus on the ones we... Yeah, so we beat... Well, I'm not sure if we beat that one. Anyway, so we beat one of these maybe. Oh, and they're harder. Oh boy. Anyway, so this is the demon dragon. Which I don't think it's the deity dragon, but... Maybe it's just one of his minions, but maybe it could be. I don't know. Oh, there we go. There was the mandate of heaven, question mark. Yeah, see, they're even saying, hey, it's okay, well, no mandate of heaven in that gear. Anyway, so practice points 178 is pretty good, but I think we are way above that in terms of... 174, so we could gain 4 more points. Yeah, like switching that out for that one would give us when we saw that would have been... I was basically waiting for some ancient 17% crit. Woo. Is this the dragon seal? The deity dragon seal? Anyway, so that's pretty good. We got through the Demon Dragon 3. So we slayed the Demon Dragon. And then, so we unlocked the Imperial Mausoleum now, which is kind of what we want to do. Oh, so that's what we had to do to get to the Mausoleum. And I think that's where we want to do... We're talking about doing... Oh, this is the Buried Temple. Yeah, we're talking about doing here for 47 to try to get the let's see, where is it? The Tactician, level 31 for the Mausoleum. I was talking about the fact that you don't need to, the higher the level doesn't seem to make a difference. So as long as we do 30, we could probably do 41 or something. How much time? I think we're pretty good. It's auto adventure through here. Let's see how we do. We probably could have done the higher one, or maybe just auto adventure the higher one. Oh man, maybe not. There isn't a My lord, the Dragon Court has requested us to kill loyal librarian Zulin. It is believed that he edited Demon Dragon's lies and made them available to public by spreading them all over the archive books. My lord, I have a humble request. You allow me on the Demon Dragon. While the Dragon Court demanded us to kill the old dragon, we can keep his book collection. By doing so, our school's catalog will see significant improvement, and that will allow us to advance further and dispel specializations. We aren't officially disobeying his master's order in any way. Yeah, I question that. It's like, the guy committed a crime against the state by editing the demon dragon lies that the manning of heaven is from, I don't know, from another source or something. Anyway, so now it's like, yeah, let's take those books that he edited and use them. It's like, yeah, that's kind of a gray area there. And he's like, oh well, they only asked us to kill him. It's like we're preserving the lies, we're preserving the so-called lies, which is like, that's sort of I don't think that's kind of what they intended you to do. It kind of reminds me of the storyline in Zeriachi, which is a samurai movie. Anyway, so one of the samurais of the state soldiers, or I don't know, state special forces or whatever, where the samurai carried out orders of the state, and one of the samurai's orders was that some guy was making paintings or copies of stuff that he shouldn't have, and who knows what they were exactly. Didn't sort of showcase what they were, but so it's kind of like that was sort of his take, was the state has deemed these works of art, or and part of it I think too is like it was like making copies. It might have been in more in my sort of modern day culturism understanding of making copies of money would be considered extremely bad, and that would be because it's like money is sort of kind of sacred. And if you devalue it through making copies of it, then you're sort of makes all money more worthless. And so really do appreciate the fact that they are making copies of money is illegal, but in this case I think it's not so much making copies of money, but making copies of things that are deemed illegal. um, you know maybe it's like they're it could be the lie is that the deity dragon never sponsored the empire in the first place. And it's like even though that's it's the truth in the sense that that's what happened, but now the emperor doesn't like that truth, so now he's trying to edit. He's upset that people are editing lies, i.e., the truth, into the history books. And oh yeah, here's this dude again. Oh, I guess this is actually part of the. Yeah, this is really slow. This is kind of hopefully the area where we get the tactician. Maybe we should look through some of these heresy quests and try to complete some of the ones we are low on. But like I said, we don't really need those resources. We're not crafting. I don't think crafting is the way to get out of this mess we're in. Although it would be helpful if we could craft some, especially some crazy items could get lucky and craft some really awesome items. There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Okay, so we've got the painless something. Oh yeah, so we got the tactician. There we go. He's got a grand strategy. I guess we could let the game run in the background when we look at this. Deals 70% of the output capacity is physical and 70% elemental. All nearby enemies. Every positive effect on target has 80% chance of incurring additional damage. Oh, hey, come on. I was looking at that. And then he has a shield. Shields 3 friendly units with the least health points. Prevent them from 3 direct damage and reflect damage back to attackers. Woo! That is pretty nice. 100% of shielded units damage. Effect is stackable. Every caster turn, there's a 30% chance of shielding a friendly unit. Prevent them from 1 or direct damage. Reflects 100% of the shield's direct damage ratio. The maximum value is selected. Lasts for 1 turn. Yeah, so we see how powerful this shield on Glass is. He's survived entire encounters with that, and with that we got through the tactician. Oh, and we're over a minute, so we'll cut. Yeah, so we got through the unlocked another character. Mostly it's just trying to get one legendary of every character, but it's sort of a goal. But I don't, this is the other thing too. I could be trying to, I've kept these five characters, and I don't need to, I could still keep, like Talynators is going to be hard to replace, and Joda is going to be hard to replace, um, but everybody else could be, and I'm not sure exactly. Like Glassmouth, maybe we could switch him into a different type of character and see if he can compete on a different level. Maybe get that technicians in there. But then it's sort of like, well, we're sort of like trying to survive with the technician against some of these higher level foes, and instead of having Tom die, Tom could survive and continue to do the damage he's doing, which is so it's like we could have that's a support character to support all these people. Um, and then so it's like I think I'm not sure if it's one direct damage. We see like some of these like these hits right here. We see them all the time. This is where it's like they're like 300 points of 300 300 hits through poison or something. That might not be as helpful, but like if they hit, but some of those big hits would be you could potentially reflect back 100%. It's based on their reflection, so it's probably pretty low for a lot of characters. Yeah. Anyways, let's see what else we could do. Um, Nothing. Oh, 158, huh? I think we're sort of, yeah, we're a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of that because that's like 50% less, but then adding the protection is pretty high. I think it's mostly trying to get those ancient people. I think we're sort of. Oh, hey, we got a quest. Oh, we got a new quest for remnants. Oh, evil books. Right. That's part of the quest line to upgrade our school. I don't think it does anything for us. Wow. Speaking of which, this is taking forever. I don't think it does anything for us since we're upgraded, but it's just kind of doing the 2-star of this school unlock would be. That's the other thing too about the 3-star. There is no achievements for 3 stars, so I assume that's once we get through this quest line, we'll be. And maybe that's maybe a good point to get through it, to sort of knock out all that and kill the nameless Mandate of Heaven holder, which he never identifies himself. Maybe in the second phase, he'll identify himself. I was thinking they're going to go with the Emperor, but maybe it'd be too far of a stretch. Prince Lu could also be the in guy, the undead version of Prince Lu. With that Cho'Gall, I like to call him Cho'Gall because all the guys with the eyes. But it's actually another version, another WoW personage, deity. I can't remember his name now. Wow, so we should be able to get through this, but it's going to take another 5 minutes. I think that's why Talinator and Jota were looking at having Reens that resurrected him, just in case they died, they could res. But then, yeah, we swapped it out to have more. I think Tom and Glass are both kind of candidates for. They have a lot less overall resistances. We were looking at that a little while ago, so. Whew! Oh, this could be a 45-minute video. Come on, we could do it! I guess we'll just look at the, oh yeah, we lost Tom, so that's kind of one of the big troubles. Yeah, it's like right here, so. And now that Tom's dead, Glass might be doing more damage, so. Oh. Oh yeah, no, yeah, so yeah. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, Zentra, everybody doing more. I thought that was Tom at the top, but it's actually Zentra with 30 million. Yeah, so it's definitely a case of maybe Glass Mask. We'll trying to find a new. One thing too is getting a character to 85, which is their max levelish. I think, according to their skill points, at least for sure, and I think I've read that somewhere as well. Is their 85 is their max level? Is that we could get um, characters to 85, and then we could sort of maybe start focusing on getting other characters because once you get to maybe that's well I guess getting the 7 million back from the legend, but that's sort of like we want to get our main our top characters to 85, our top ancient characters as well. So problem is if we get another ancient healer, then we'll be really sad. Although we talked about running 2 healers, but I don't know. Well, we should be able to get through this. This is the last fight. We have the DPS and the heals and the so it's just for some reason must have took a crit or something. We could maybe go for less vitality, which is just health, and go for less for resilience because that might actually be it's like for having less than a 5% crit, that could be a difference between getting a 20k hit versus a 10k hit and surviving through it versus taking too much damage. And then having an extra 5,000 HP when you get crit is not going to help you. So the resilience resistance runes might be the best runes in the game. These are sort of yeah. Yeah, so it's like resistances, and yeah, so it's like this difference here. It's like having 300 resilience versus vitality, and we're seeing. Oh, here we go. So that's the yeah. Oh, we've got a quest of remnants. We'll maybe do that one next time. Anyway, so that should be good. So thanks for checking out Dragpn. Let's cruise through here one more time. Nah, we're pretty good. Nothing really amazing. We could probably find some numbers, but those are just anything under 175. It's like I don't. Anyway, so you take care. I'll see you next time. Thanks for checking out Dragpn. I'll continue to try to progress and find ways to improve. Thank you very much. You take care. Bye.